Hello, Namaste, welcome, Sat Shri Akal. I welcome you all to our channel TrueCar. May 2016 marked the entry of the high-end SUV maker Jeep. Jeep came down to India with three flagship models: the Grand Cherokee, the Grand Cherokee SRT, and the Wrangler. These cars were made available to us through the completely built unit method. Now, what does that mean? These cars were fully imported from abroad. Neither they were made here nor they were assembled in the Indian market. Due to this, there were heavy taxes which are imposed on the already high prices. For this price, the other veteran SUV makers were offering a whole lot of SUV more than the Jeep. Well, Jeep had to do something to sustain in the Indian market. This time, they did not commit the same mistake. Instead, they have installed a factory in Ranjangaon, which will be producing the newly launched Jeep Compass in a month or two. The competitive prices, which were launched earlier on 31st of July, are pretty much good and will be competing great against the competitors which are already there, well established in the market and have a rugged grip over the market. Let's find out whether the Jeep will be able to outdo its competitors and sustain in the Indian market and live up to the hope of the FCA for the last time or not. Starting off with the exteriors. In the front, we get to see the traditional Jeep-like 7-slat chrome finish grills, which are further guarded by the Iron Man-oriented white headlights. These headlights give home to the projector headlamps along with the daytime running LEDs. Moving to the side body. In the side body, we get to see the traditional Jeep-like wheel arches, the wide wheel arches, which we get to see in the Grand Cherokee and the Grand Cherokee SRT. Along with that, we get to see the rather small 17-inch alloy wheels. Here we also notice the chrome strip which divides the roof from the main body and lets the roof end like a shark fin-like way. Further, we get to see the body cladding throughout, which runs parallel with the belt line which runs to the back and ends with the tail light. Moving to the back, here we get to see the chrome strip again, which gives home to the rather small windscreen which is sheltered by the roof-mounted blacked out spoiler. In the back, we again get to see the wrapped tail LEDs. Leaving out the color scheme, we have the back seat which is specially made for the Indian and the Chinese market, which like to be shuffled around. The backseat space is not the best in the segment, but they are decent enough to see three. You also get an armrest on offer, along with that which gets a space for a couple of cup holders. Otherwise, the seats are pretty comfortable and they have the supremely soft leather material to cover it up with. Moving to some bits which are not so appreciated in the Jeep Compass's cabin. Starting off with the laggy UI. Next up will be the not so practical spaces found on the glove box and the central console. Moving to some tech bits which should be there in the car but they are sadly not. The cruise control, the auto headlamps, the auto wipers and even the auto dimming mirrors. Never mind, any of the features aren't too big to be a deal breaker. Next up are the engine options on sale in our market. There are two engine options currently on sale: 1.4 litre multi-air turbo petrol engine and the 2-cylinder multi-jet turbo diesel engine. The petrol engine churns out a power of about 162 PS and a torque of about 250 Nm. The gearbox native to the petrol engine are the 6-speed manual gearbox along with that 7-speed dual clutch transmission gearbox. The diesel engine is no less. It produces a power of about 163 PS, along with that a whooping torque of about 350 Nm. Engine specs are more than impressive enough to give it a competing fight to its competitors. The wrapped around LED tail lamps add to the good books of the design cues. Concluding off with some numbers, some impressive numbers I must say. 4447mm of the length, 1813mm of the width, 1651mm of the height, which is again mated with a 200mm of ground clearance and a wheelbase of 2634mm and a good to do turning radius of about 452mm. Such boastful numbers may open up to a possibility of grand Jeep-like cabin inside. Such aesthetics, which are again Grand Cherokee oriented, will definitely take care of the Jeep's looks on the exteriors and will mark it to be the pretty premium amongst its competitors, further throwing some light upon the interiors. As soon as one takes a giant step of 200mm plus of getting into the car, the luxury feel of a high-end car is felt at the best. Jeep has really hit the ball out of the park with its exorbitantly well-built interiors. Soft feel of the dash, along with the easy to use and read instrument panel and the leather seats, which are supremely comfortable, gives you a very poised cockpit feeling. Further, the central console offers you the touchscreen infotainment system, which comes mated with the Jeep's Uconnect for a better experience. Ride quality is pretty pliant and plush. Jeep has done a fair amount of hard work in cutting down the cabin noise, but still diesel engine can't stop you from listening to its grunt at higher revs. Well, this car comes with a special feature named frequency selective damping. Now what does that mean? And you might be hearing this for the very first time in this segment. This means that the car's suspension alters its setting according to the road condition. How cool is that, right? According to the road condition, the suspension set itself. Therefore, the comfort inside the car, at the back seat, in the cockpit is taken well care of. Well, body roll is a conventional SUV problem and it just cannot be skipped at any cost. Jeep has been affected by it a little, and I don't think so it will be really bigger deal breaker. Jeep, with its wide stance, accompanied by its mighty engine options and raised to such a decent ground clearance, it will be easy enough for the car to hover over any kind of road at any given speed. Which company does off-roading better than the pioneers themselves? Certainly, Jeep has taken care of the off-roading capabilities of the Compass. This car even has the privilege of boasting about the all-terrain management system, which comes in its higher and the elder siblings like the Cherokee and the Wrangler. Now, what does all-terrain management system let you do? It lets you select between the sand, mud and snow. And along with that, you can also select the automatic setting, which lets the car choose between the settings according to the road condition. Again, that's a smart move by Jeep, letting your car decide and alter the suspension setting and the comfort inside the cabin automatically according to the road condition. Further, it does not come with manual lock differential, but it does not count as a no-no according to me. Petrol engine only comes with the front wheel drive option. Certainly you just cannot take it off-road, but diesel engine boasts of all the versatile feature which this car has got. However, the diesel engine's front wheel drive variant is also on sale. Let's move on to the safety end. Safety costs a dime when it comes to cars like this, which have the capability of taking you anywhere and everywhere. And according to this segment, let me tell you, safety features are quite high-end. It comes with features like 4-channel ABS and ESP, brake prefill, panic brake assist, brake booster failure compensation, roll mitigation, and along with that 6 airbags have got your back. This car is the best in its segment when you are down a hill. Now what do I mean by that? When you are down a hill, when you are on a descent, you just need to let go the brakes, press the brake panic brake assist button, and it will take care of your braking. You just need not be putting down your foot, the middle lever, and in case of automatic, the left lever, and let me tell you, your back will be taken care of. It's that good. With a list of so many exotic features, you might be thinking this car's price is going to be sky high. But for this time, let me quote you wrong. Jeep has pretty smartly priced this car and restricted it to 15 to 22 lakhs segment. To be more precise, 14.95 lakhs to 20.65 lakhs this car can be yours. Well, there is still one fly in the ointment, which is Fiat Chrysler Automobiles dealer-buy relationships. Fiat has promised us that they'll be working on the dealer-buy relationship pretty soon, and we expect to see commendable results from them as soon as possible, because again, it's for their own good. Nevertheless, the car is value for the price which you're paying, which is 15 to 22 lakhs segment, and this is the best deal which you can get. Its competitors like XUV 500 and the Hyundai Tucson, they're again good value for money, but Jeep just had hit all the points pretty right with its off-road capabilities, with its premium feel, with the Jeep's tag, with its ride quality, and many more features which I've listed earlier in the video. For more videos, please stay tuned to TrueCar. Like the video, share the video, comment down below your feelings, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.